today we're going to talk about the Meta stock because we got a great turnaround confirmation in the chart. And should you buy, how long you should hold, and what would be the best case scenario to buy Meta right now. Because last week we talked about earnings and what happened after the earnings of Meta. If you haven't seen the video yet, I'll link it over here because we got already a big tell after earnings, and right now we're gonna look right into the chart how to enter Meta the best way possible. And yeah, like you see, I'm already casual and weekend mode, so I'm gonna do the video right now for you. I didn't want to miss it before the weekend, and yeah, so don't want to waste your time. Let's go into the video. We are in the charts of Meta in the weekly chart to do a real quick and dirty recap about important levels and especially price targets. And let's start off directly with important support levels. Over here, the lowest from April 2025, the little crash uh, when the tariffs were announced from Trump, the $480. But even more important over here is the $430 level. So we had it as a resistance level over here, touchdown number 1, 2, 3, and touchdown number 4. We lifted the level and yeah, we went up. And since then, it became a very, very important support level over here. We had another touchdown over here in March 2026, barely a touchdown in June 2026. And right after earnings, we had a pretty nice touchdown and bounce off. We're going to see it in the daily chart later on this level again. This is a very, very important support level. And right now, you're going to see in the chart the analyst target prices. Not that we want to trust the analyst completely, just to give it a little bit more context. So the minimum, the low target price of the analyst are the $580. That's where we're sitting right now. We are right now at $490. So we are sitting at the lowest target price of the analyst. The medium target price is a 750, right above this very important resistance level of $740, which comes right before the all-time highs, and that's going to be a very, very important level. I think with high probability the next 6 months we're going to see the all-time highs again. And if you lift the all-time highs, the way is open to $1,000 with high probability because the highest target level of the analyst is $1,000. The average is 755, but even from right now, 590 until 755 average target price is a pretty long way and pretty profitable. So let's dive right now into the daily chart and find a perfect setup to enter Meta. Guys, right now we are in the daily chart of Meta, and let's find a really good opportunity to enter Meta. First of all, the tell from last week. Last week I told you we had the earnings. The price dropped really sharp and bounced off spectacular off the $530 level. And all you already told you that this high volume, double as normal, like the double of a average volume, was already a big tell. And then I could imagine that we get a V bottom, but a V bottom is really difficult to trade, but it's a really nice turnaround signal. First of all, let's talk about what means a V bottom. A V bottom practically is not just the V that we see over here, like moving down and then moving up would be a V. Well, just to make it visual for you guys, but it's something more into it. A V bottom is basically a transfer of shares from weak hands into strong hands. That means that fear and panic forces many real estate traders to sell their shares because bad earnings, they don't look deeper in the earnings, they don't read between the lines, and they get panic, and then they sell near the bottom. While experienced or institutional investors start buying because they see the value that where everybody sees only risk, they see the value. So once the weak hands are largely washed out, the professionals buying takes control. And the market can reverse very, very quickly, like in this case here. And I already expected this year over with this high volume. That was a pretty good tell for me that, yeah, weekends leaving the market because they got panic about the bad earnings. But it was just one earnings session because Meta normally does a great job and has the vision for the future. But how to trade a V bottom? So, like I told you before, we have a pretty nice target level because out of the V bottom to trading could be pretty dangerous because you could buy on the top of the V and then the price starts to drop again and retest the level again. What happens many times after we get a V bottom is, let me number one, we could see a double bottom and the market test is testing the low again, and then we're gonna move up. This is occasion number one. So you could buy out of the correction down here in in a slower time frame with a stop above the lows from the latest time, or you can wait in a daily chart after this double bottom breaks out over its neck level over here and then trade a breakout. This is option number one. What also happens many times is we get a bullish W. So that looks like this. We get a V bottom, boop, sharply, difficult to enter, and then we get a slightly correction, and then the market begins to moving again and then breaks out, and we get the neckline of the V over here. Hold on, my bad, over here, and that would be a good entry point. That could happen too. So there's many different scenarios. What I would avoid in your case, guys, is just buying blindly right now. Well, it's not expensive, but I would wait a little bit, or at least wait in the hour chart. We go into the hour chart right now, make it a little bit bigger. Let's see what the market is making over here. It's like relaxing over here, and we couldn't get a really nice entry around this level here. So the market is just taking a little breath right now and waiting for more buyers coming in. So I would wait after the market breaks out over the $612 level, which also is a 200 moving average in the hour chart. But it's not the best case, but that you can do. But blindly buying here is not so good. I would wait until the market has a correction and breaks out then, or after the market is gonna be accelerate and it's gonna break out at least an hour chart over here, moving up to the next level. But we want to handle the trade in the daily chart. We just go in a smaller time frame to find a better entry. So, and this here would already be the average price at 750. So we have a big, big upside. So, guys, take care. Be careful, guys. But the turnaround signal is really good. So we have an extremely strong support level here, and it's highly probable that we're gonna keep moving upwards, and that we dip under this level is not so probable. It can happen. Nothing is 100%, but the probabilities for an up moving market in Meta are pretty high. So, guys, this is it so far. If you have more questions, just put me a comment down below. I'm going to ask it right away. So I hope I could help you. And let's go back to the video, guys. Well, guys, right now I'm back after the charts. The only thing that I have to say, do your own due diligence. Right now you have the possible setups, how to get into Meta. And the only thing left to say is, do me a big, big favor. Give me a like. You would support me a lot with just a simple like, just a simple click, but I don't want to waste your time anymore, guys. Hope I could help you with the video. Wish you a great weekend, guys. I go into the weekend right now too, so see you next week, guys. Peace out. Sascha.